Ladies and gentlemen, now that the Nintendo Switch 2 has been out for a month, it seems like everybody's played the games that they were most interested in, but unfortunately, more times than not, a lot of the best games are getting skipped over because they're just kind of underrated, or even sometimes just kind of unknown. So in this video, I'm going to go over some underrated Switch 2 games that you don't want to miss. Let's go and get right into this video. So in this video, we'll be going over some underrated Switch 2 games, as well as a few Switch 1 games that have Switch 2 upgrades. I don't know why that was so confusing in my head. I almost malfunctioned and shut down. Regardless, you're going to want to know about these games. They're a lot of fun, man. They're pretty underrated. So before we get started, if you could hit a like and subscribe, that would truly mean the world to me. We are so close to 19,000 subscribers. And follow me on Twitter and Instagram so we can keep our amazing communities growing. And let's go ahead and get right into this video. So the first game I gotta talk about is such a strange scenario that went on. I was on the Nintendo Prime podcast maybe the week before the Switch 2 came out, and they were ranking Switch 2 launch games and how excited we were for them. They talked about a game and I gave it an F or whatever the bottom ranking was. I said, I don't care about it. I don't really know about it. It's not on my radar at all. Now that I've played it, it is one of the best Switch 2 games that we have, and that is Bravely Default Flying Fairy HD Remaster. When they showed this off in the Switch 2 Direct, I said, cool, and I just moved on. I know that this is a 3DS game, and people enjoyed it, but I just did not care at all. And I love RPGs and JRPGs, and I love pretty much every single thing Square Enix does. I just did not care. One night I was randomly at Walmart, and they had one copy of this left. It was only $40 and I thought, what the hell, for 40 bucks, it's worth trying. And when I started playing, I had a 100% charge, and I played until my Switch 2 was at a 1% charge. It is so addicting and just a must-play game. It's almost like a storybook brought to life. That's how the art style looks. It's so beautiful, the music is amazing, but the gameplay is where it really shines. It has this really cool battle system where you can be brave or you can default. And what brave means is you can essentially go for 5 tries in one. So you can have 5 turns right away, so you might be able to attack your enemy 5 times, but then you have to skip 5 turns. Or you can default, and that's basically stocking up on your turns. So you can just block for 3 turns and then bank those, and then go 8 turns in a row. You know what I mean? It's almost like a gamble system to where, should I go right away? Should I save some energy or some turns, or should I just do a mixture of both? And it just makes for such an interesting playstyle. And then you have jobs as well, which is essentially different character abilities. You can be a mage, or you can be a knight, or you can be a monk, and it just makes the game so interesting to play because you can kind of just play a million different ways. The story was actually very solid, and in JRPGs it's kind of hit or miss. And I am so happy that I took a chance and played this game. Now, another underrated Switch 2 game was a game that was also on the Switch, and I wanted to buy it on the Switch, but I just skipped it. And now playing it on the Switch 2, I'm glad I skipped it because I know from hearing other people that it played just fine, but playing this on the Switch 2, it is a perfect experience. Obviously, I'm talking about Sonic X Shadow Generations, or is it Sonic Shadow Generations? Who knows for sure. When this game was first shown off, I was very excited. Obviously, I love Sonic, but the whole Shadow part of this game where it's a brand new Shadow adventure, I was like, man, is this what we're doing right here? Because this sounds amazing. And then, I don't know how I just skipped over it. Maybe because it came out at the tail end of the Switch, and I was just so excited for the Switch 2, but I am so happy that I did wait. When you're playing the Sonic game, it's Sonic. You've played it before, or you know what you're getting into. That doesn't mean it's bad by any means, and it's a lot of fun. But the Shadow part of this, Shadow Generations, is incredible. The gameplay is amazing. The setting it's just something you want to look at, even though it's damn near impossible because you're flying through these maps. The music is absolutely amazing. And this game is so addicting. I love Sonic and Shadow. I love Sega. I've grown up with this, right? I feel like the newer generation is hit or miss on Sonic games. They respect Sonic because they know about him, but it's not like Mario. They're just going to play it because it's Mario. And that's unfortunate because this right here is where Sonic really shines. And Shadow, in my opinion, is the best character and the whole Sonic universe. I just feel like if you give this game a chance, you're gonna enjoy it, and I'm really happy I waited until the Switch 2. Now let's go over a Switch game that got an amazing Switch 2 upgrade before we get into some more Switch 2 games, and Link's Awakening Remake. Probably my top 3 favorite Zelda game of all time. If not, it's like right there. I love it so much. I've beat it twice. I've beat the OG maybe once or twice, and it's so charming, has one of the best stories, the best settings. I guess I had rose-colored glasses on when I played the Switch version, because the first time I played it, I just played it and enjoyed it. But knowing that there was frame rate problems, the second time I played it, it was like very easy to see. The Switch 2 upgrade, which is 100% free, is basically the remastered version of this game. If they were to remaster this game and sell it, I don't know what they could possibly do that's different in the free Switch 2 upgrade. It is incredible that this is free, and if you have never played this game, I envy you if you got to play it on the Switch 2 first. If you've only played like Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom or other 3D Zelda games, this one is a little bit more wacky and whimsical, and that's what I like about it so much. Like, it doesn't take itself too serious, but at the same time you can tell they put so much passion and work into this, and now on the Switch 2 it is the ultimate way to play it, and I'm so happy that I got this upgrade because I truly think it is one of the greatest Zelda games of all time now. Now another Switch 2 game that is severely underrated is a launch game that only costs $15, and that is Fast Fusion. Before the Switch 2 came out, everybody was saying, oh, I'm going to pick that up, it's only $15, we need to support this, it's fantastic that it's only 15 bucks. Every time I asked people, like 75% of them who said they were going to pick this up just skipped over it. And I get it, there's a lot of other games that seem more exciting. If you played Fast RMX on the Switch, or you like F-Zero, or you just like arcade racing games, you're going to enjoy this game. Not only does the $15 price make this enticing, but the graphics are absolutely beautiful. Every single week on Twitter it seems like they're doing some kind of update for this game to make it even better. And this game has such a cool concept. It's called Fast Fusion because you fuse 2 different cars together. And depending on which 2 cars you fuse together, well then your cars will have like different stats or abilities, or you understand what I'm saying, right? You'll just get a better car depending on which 2 cars you fuse together. The maps are incredible. And what's cool is maybe you'll race a map, and then the second time you race it, you'll be like, whoa, there's a shortcut over here. Then the next time you race it, you'll find a completely different shortcut. And it seems like there's just a million ways to race through each map. And I truly cannot believe a game that is this good and looks this incredible is only $15. So arguably the most underrated Switch 2 game that I think is just phenomenal is Kunitsu-Gami Path of Goddess. This is a Capcom game and is a newer IP. I think this might have came out in 2024 on other platforms, but obviously this is a newer game for Nintendo consoles, and it seems like everybody just completely skipped over this one, and that is something you should not do. During the day, purify the villages and prepare yourself for sundown. During the night, protect the maiden against hordes of the seed. Repeat the day and night cycle until you cleanse the mountain of defilement and return peace to the land. One day an ominous black substance suddenly engulfed the mountains, and the peaceful lives of the villagers are thrown into turmoil. So you need to use the power of the mask and work with the rescued villagers, purge the defilement and perform a ritual to return things to normal. So the whole concept is incredible. It's almost like a roguelike, tower defense, action, strategy game. I mean, there's so much going on, but every single thing just meshes so well and is so cohesive, and the graphics are incredible and the music is amazing. This is another game you do not want to miss, and after the entire Nintendo Switch 2 generation will be over, this will still be one of the greatest games we ever got that entire generation. And the last thing I want to talk about is one more Switch 1 game that got an amazing Switch 2 upgrade for free, and that is Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury. This is my favorite Mario game that was ever on the Switch. I've talked about it a million times. I love it dearly. Yes, 3D World is incredible, it looks amazing, it's way better than it was, but Bowser's Fury is a 10 out of 10 game now. I always thought it was incredible and was one of the best looking things we ever got on the Switch, and I always thought it was a glimpse into what the next 3D Mario game would look like on the Switch 2. but now seeing it in 4K and the colors and just the gameplay and just everything together, it's like, how could a Mario game ever be better than this? When you think about it, Bowser's Fury is Nintendo's real first attempt at an open world Mario game, and I think I read in a comment somewhere that it's basically them like doing a newer version of Super Mario 64, but like open world, and it almost has like that energy towards it. And after reading that comment and then replaying it, I was like, you know what? They're 100% right. Like, obviously they can't make Super Mario 64 open world, but Bowser's Fury feels like that energy just in a new game. But with the upgrade, it almost feels like a fully fleshed out game, albeit a pretty small game, but an incredible game, and it deserves to be revisited or even visited for the very first time. Ladies and gentlemen, I am loving my Switch 2. It's incredible. There's truly endless possibilities of stuff to play, and unfortunately some of the best stuff is being skipped over. So hopefully in this video you learned about something else that you should play or could play, and that's just what I'm here to do, man. Tell you about great games that you should play. So in the comments below, I would love to hear from you guys. If you made it to this part of the video, hit a like and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram so we can keep our communities growing, and we are streaming weekly. The Discord is in the description. I hope to see you at one of those streams, and you guys know me, I will see you very soon with a new video. Peace out.